Hi guys, good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing out there? Hope you've had a beautiful weekend. I wondered what you got up to. I actually got myself out this weekend and took myself down to a little plant market, which was great. I ended up buying so many plants and now I don't know what to do with them. But that's not what we're here for today. Today I'm continuing our mobilisation sequences, and this is because I know that you guys are doing the mobilisations if I'm here with you. It's also really important that we do continue to move it, especially now whilst we're all in lockdown. Most of us have been working from home now pretty much the whole year since March, and it's not really surprising that a lot of us are starting to feel the effects of not moving. So if you're sitting there with sore neck, sore shoulders, sore bum, sore hips, sore legs, then please stay tuned and get ready to have a mobilise with me. I'm going to say a quick good morning and then I'm going to head back and get on with this mobilisation. So if you are here, hello, and if you're joining later, please say hi to me, so let me know that you're doing it. Even if you're doing it later, let me know that you're doing it. I think I'm just going to have a little mess around with that. That's better, isn't it? Yes, there you go. Okay, cool. So what I love to do for full body mobilisation, this is actually something that I do pretty much every morning whilst I am getting ready for my day. Because a little bit of movement goes a long way, and you'll be really surprised how much better your body feels if you were to move it a little bit more. The reason why our bodies get stiff, sore and achy is because you don't move it, and it can be made worse once you identify an area of soreness. Let's take the neck, it's very common. What can happen, let's just say that you slept on it funny, so now you're scared to move it at all, which means that you've probably now had maybe 3 or 4 days where you haven't wanted to move your neck, which creates so much stiffness. I mean, the neck is supposed to move around, it's attached to the shoulders, which is probably why you're going to start to get a shoulder ache and a bit of a backache, because it's all linked in together. So if you could just do a tiny bit of movement every day, you would find that you don't get those weird, unexplainable niggles that are just there for days. It's to do with lack of range of motion. And if your arm can go all the way up here with its own motion, but you never test the range of motion, or you never put it into that position, it won't be long until it starts to find it very difficult to do that. Or when you do ask it to do that, it won't be doing it in the correct way. It will be using something else to make it happen. So, good morning. I know that there's people here. I can't really see you. I can just see some beautiful faces popping up. So, good morning. Hi. If you do have any questions, please feel free to comment them there, and I will respond in just a moment once we're finished. And also, if you've been joining me for a while, or even if you're like here for the first time today, if you do this and you find it useful, please do give it a share, because I'm going to be here every day, and I would love as many people as possible that are interested in fixing their bodies or not living in a world of pain anymore to be able to join me. So Mondays are all about full body mobilisation, and as I was saying, it's something that I love to do before I actually do anything else. So I'll probably put in my coffee on in the morning, I'll get up, get dressed, quickly get down as much water as I can, and then whilst I'm waiting for my coffee, I'll begin my mobilisation sequences, and then I'll probably finish it off just as I'm waiting for everybody or my clients to turn up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the upper body because it's a really good place to start. We're going to engage our 5 steps to perfect form. If you don't know what that is, just let me know and I'll send you the video for that. It is really going to help you out, not just in mobilisation, but in life, in everything that you do. So it is important. So if you don't know it, I'm quickly going to explain it. Number 1 is your anchors. We're going to press and screw them into the floor. You'll feel the tension that has created up your legs, and it's easier to squeeze in your bum, which is number 2. Number 3, we're going to do the same for our core. We want to give that a nice engage. We're going to open up our chest and shoulders for number 4, but we're always going to make sure that our rib cage is over our belly button to finish that off. 5 steps, perfect form all the time. With that in mind, you should feel like you're giving yourself a nice hug from the inside. And then what we're going to do is just pop our hands down by our sides whilst we go in for some movement. So what I want you to do here is just have a little look down at the floor, and then when you start to feel stretches or stiffness or feedback, that's where you're just going to have a little pause, and then you're very slowly going to have a little look up at the ceiling. And again, when you hit that soreness, that's your cue to stop and head in the opposite direction. We're not forcing anything here, we're just mobilising, we're just moving. You can do this as many times as you want. I generally stick to 5, just because it's a nice number and it's not going to take all day to do that. So I've just done yeses, yes, we did 5 of those. We're now going to move in and do some nose. So we're going to go shoulder over to shoulder. And again, your mind might have fallen off of this by now, but we're just going to focus again on our engagement. We need some good anchors, a little bum squeeze, little core squeeze, chest and shoulders sorted, and rib cage over belly button. There we go. So again, whilst I'm doing my nose, I'm only taking it as far as I feel comfortable to, and then I'm bringing it back in the opposite direction. And notice that none of these movements are massively quick. Don't go through it like at 10 times speed. We're going for our range of motion. And once we've done this, we're going to start to draw our half moons. You're going to draw it from one shoulder, draw it over to your other shoulder. And again, you will start to notice as we're just doing these simple neck movements that the top of your shoulders start to feel a little bit of relief, as well as your neck. I'm going in for my half moons up the top now. So I'm not the best counter in the world, so I'm sorry if I'm 1 or 2 in front. Whilst we're doing all these neck movements, you'll also start to feel, or you may start to feel, what I like to call snap, crackle and pop going on in the back of the neck. And that's nothing to be worried about, it's simply just a range of motion, and you will find that as you do this more, that will become less. Perfect. So we've done yeses, nos, and we've done all of our half moons there, so that's perfect. We're going to leave that where it is, and we're going to move on now to the shoulders. So what we're going to do is make sure we've got that great form. We're going to anchor, we're going to face our thumbs to each other. I need you to squeeze your bum in here, and I want you to go for a little lift up or reach up to the ceiling, and then I want you to see how far you can take them back. Those 5 steps to perfect form become really useful, especially here, because if you don't have 5 steps to perfect form, you'll see that your body loves to get involved with this. So if your body is swinging into this position, then I want you to focus on anchoring, bum squeezing and core squeezing, so that it doesn't happen, because it's not our bodies here. I don't want to swing my trunk and my back into this, it's just for my shoulders. Love it. So I've done 5 of those, all the way back and all the way up to the ceiling. What we're going to do now is we're going to bring them across. So you're going to engage those 5 things. You still want the chest up to the sky. We're just going to bring it out, little squeeze, and bring it back in. Take it out, little squeeze again. Have a look at those good anchors so that your body isn't flinging up, flinging back. We're just going for a nice shoulder movement. Perfect. Once you've done 5 of those, we're moving on to the tricky ones. If you've been here with me, I've been trying to do figures of 8s with you. And it's okay on the way there, but it's always a little bit confusing on the way back. So we're going to do thumbs forwards, and you're going to draw a figure of 8 up to the ceiling and a figure of 8 back. Nice. Yes, you're going to need that great engagement again if you don't want to be following your arms around. Love it. We're going to draw 5 up to the ceiling and back. Then I want you to face your palms away and draw backwards. Yes. your 8s. Don't worry if they didn't happen for you and you're still doing the same figure of 8s. It doesn't matter. It's just nice to do it if you can. But it does take coordination, a little bit of practice. So we've done 5 of those there as well. Now we're definitely starting to feel a lot more open, which is perfect. So let's carry on. We're going to engage our 5 things. We're going to start to now get into the lower back, and we're still going to continue getting a tiny bit up the top. So what I want you to do here is just have a little look at the floor, then see if you can look a little bit more. Then I want you to anchor and bum squeeze as you start to roll your hands down your legs. We need some good anchors and a good bum squeeze here. Notice that when you only use your bum to bend over, that you don't have the sloped shoulders. If you do, it's something that we're going to sort out now. So we've gone down there. Then I want you to just gently squeeze your bum back in to stand up. You're going to have another little look up at the ceiling. We're going to bring it down to the chin, down to the chest. Now I want you to get those shoulders back. You're going to massively anchor and bum squeeze, and you can tell your bum to stick itself out. We're going to roll our hands down our legs, and now I want you to anchor and bum squeeze again. Yeah, you're going to start to feel a good stretch up the back of the legs there. So we're just going to have a stretch down. See how far you can go without rounding your back. Then I want you to squeeze your bum in to stand up. We're drawing those hands back up the legs. Chin is at the chest. And then it's going to have a little look at the ceiling. We're going to do that again. Down to the chin, down to the chest. Start to stick my bum out whilst I'm focusing on good anchors. I'm going to see how far I can stretch down there. And then I'm going to see if I can do it a little bit more. Nice. Real good stretch all the way up the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Nice. We're going to squeeze it in, roll it in. Have another look up there. We're going to do this one more time. Bring it down to the chest. Feel that. Even here you get a really nice stretch across the top of the shoulders and the upper back. From here we're going to go chest out, bum out, massive anchors, massive bum squeeze. See how far we can reach down. Ooh, push those heels into the floor. Feel that nice stretch all the way up the back of the legs. That's perfect. So we're very gently going to bring it back in and have another little look up there. Love it. From here, we're going to bring ourselves down to the floor. So if you want to get this into a sequence, you're going to follow this same bit. If not, you're just going to meet me on the floor if it's a bit difficult to get into, but I want to show it. So we're going to go into the chest. From here, you're going to go for a squat down. We'll squat down into it. From there, you're going to pop your hands on the floor. You can just fall forwards, and you're going to bring yourselves into a nice tabletop position. Yeah. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to anchor those palms into the floor. And then I want you to press all of your body into those palm anchors, squeezing your bum to stabilise those knees. You're going to press all the way in, and then I want you to try and tuck your tailbone all the way in with a good bum squeeze. And then you're going to stick it all the way out again. Love it. Nice. This is really nice for the hips. You'll feel it for yourself. I want you to press it all in, tuck it all in, really squeeze that tailbone in, and then I want you to stick it all out. Love it. We'll do it again. Nice. Well done. Press it in, and then stick it out. I feel like we're going to do one more, I hope. Nice. Give me some good anchors. Press it in, tuck it in. Nice movement there. We're going to stick it out, and then you're going to step those fingers or those hands forwards 2 steps. From here, what I want you to do is very gently, you're just going to press your bum into those anchors. When I was doing this with you last week, I did let you know, and I will let you know again, this isn't a good hip dip. We need some good anchors there. Nice. From here, what I want you to do is just use your anchors to push your bum down to the floor. If you still end up with your bum in the air, then you can just walk your anchors in 2 steps and then press yourself down again. There's a really nice lower back stretch down there. If you can push yourself down, it's worth it. What we're going to do next is squeeze our bums and then walk our fingers all the way forwards whilst we have a big deep breath out. Perfect. Well done. Then from here, what we're going to do is bring ourselves back into our tabletop. We're nearly there. We're going to draw one knee up, we're going to stick one foot out, and then we're going to use those anchors to press us down on top of that leg. And you're going to feel this in the bum and in the hips of the leg that you're sitting on. You may feel it slightly down the straight leg. That's all good. Well done. We're just going to press and hold this in, squeeze that bum, squeeze it. Lovely. And then we're just going to have a little change over. So you're going to draw one knee up, you're going to stick your foot out the other side there, and then you're going to use your anchors to press you down on top of that leg. And you're going to get this in the bum and in the hips. And also, the other thing I wanted to chat about, does not matter if your bum is not on the floor. If you can't get the depth, it's okay. As long as you can feel the stretch, it's working. Depth will come with practice. Nice. We're just going to sit and hold this for just a few more seconds. Well done. Then from here, what we're going to do, have a little roll over, have a little lay down. We're going to leave one leg flat on the floor. We're picking one leg all the way up. Make sure your head and shoulders are also on the floor. Let's go through these big ankle rotations. I love to do ankle rotations because if you look after your ankles, they're literally going to look after your whole body. Your ankles are in alignment with your knees, with your hips. So it's good to look after them. They take a lot of weight as well if you think about it. So we do need to use them. You're going to straighten it. I want you to flex that toe down to your face. Now you're going to feel great pain up the back of the leg, and that's cool. Hold it where it hurts. Love it. So we're now going to pop that one down on the floor. And we're going to change over. This is going to be our last move. So you're going to pop that leg up in the air. We're going to be careful that our head and shoulders are on the floor. Whoa, we're going to go through those amazing rotations. 9, love it. When you are finished with those rotations, we do our very gentle bounce. If you do the gentle bounce, make sure it's very gentle. There's nothing forceful about this at all. Just gently loosens up the hamstring just a little bit. And I want you to straighten it. I want you to flex that toe down to your face. And I want you to hold it where it hurts. This stretch is really good for hamstrings. It's also amazing for sciatic pain. It used to be one of my recovery stretches, this. So perfect. Well done there. You can bring that down now. And you can give yourselves a job well done for doing it. I hope you did it. Give yourselves a job well done for turning up and doing Mobilise Monday with me. I'm just going to have a little wander over to say good morning to you all and answer any questions that you may have. Good morning, good morning. Yes, lovely to see you all here. Well done for turning up. I hope that you found that useful. And I was wondering about you the other day, Harry, after we had that chat, that plantar fasciitis chat. I wondered if you did freeze a bottle of water and if you did manage to make those movements happen. But if you didn't, just have it there to get it done, because it will really help you out. I really understand that pain. That plantar fasciitis really doesn't go away until you do something about it. So if you're living there in pain about it, even if you don't do the stretches that I said, get in there and see that. Just go and see a doctor. They'll probably tell you to do the same things as me, but it's always best to know. So well done. How is everyone? How was everybody's weekends? Did we have a good one? Good morning, Tina and Harry and everybody else that may be watching me right now. I don't know why, I love to have a little sing. Always got to sing at you. Okay, my beauts. Well, I wanted to thank you all so much for being here again. I hope you're finally starting to feel the benefits of movements. And if you are sitting there feeling pain in your neck, shoulders, back, whatever, replay this and get in there and do it, because there's no point watching me do it and thinking that you're going to be pain-free for it. You do actually have to do the moves yourself, so I'll do it with you. Wow, yeah, interesting. Well, have a chat with me, Harry, because I'll be happy to link you my foam roller, vibrating foam roller that I was telling you about, because I did have plantar fasciitis and I was trying all the stretches. I got so frustrated that nothing was getting in there. So I ended up getting that vibrating foam roller, and I used it for about a week, and I couldn't be any happier about how effective that was. So be very happy to sort you out with that if you want it. Love it. Okay, my beauts. Well, I hope you guys have a fabulous Monday and a fabulous week. If you do find my videos interesting, please do share them, especially if you know people. Everybody knows someone that's sitting there moaning about being in pain. Everybody knows someone. Just pass them my way and we'll see what can be done about it. Because really, I would rather spend a whole week of moaning about it and doing the movements rather than just spending your whole life moaning about it. It gets to me because we don't have to live that way. There you go. Have an amazing day, people, and I shall see you in the morning. I think I'm doing a deep hip stretch, but don't quote me on it. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.